hot water, tear gas everywhere at that demonstration. Today at the meeting, Bernard Mona, who is a leading member of the Arise Ghana movement, has joined me at the table. Mr. Mona, Chairman, as I call you, welcome.
Thank you.
We have some scenes from yesterday's protest. I just want you to watch some of what we saw, some of what our cameras saw yesterday at Obra Sport. We apologize if you found some of those scenes quite disturbing, and these happened right in the middle of the city at Obra Sport during an Arise Ghana demonstration that turned sour. Mr. Mona, there are a lot of people that side with the reasons for the demonstration, but who are quite disappointed in the turn of events as they played out yesterday, which culminated in the clashes with the police. What's your defense for what the scenes we are seeing this morning of what happened yesterday?
You want me to come and defend the barbarism, the unprofessionalism, the violence that Akufo-Addo has infested in the Ghana Police Service?
The president was not there yesterday.
He appointed the Inspector General of Police.
The Inspector General of Police was not there yesterday.
Can I? And yesterday, whilst we were having an agreement with the police, COP Yohunu, and I say this without any fear, received a certain call. We all sat down for about 5 to 10 minutes. He passed the phone to COP Awini, and then he turned and started shaking his head and said, it will not work.
What will not work?
That the agreement that we had reached with them to come through the Nima police station, get to Akwaje interchange, instead of going to the Flagstaff house as we agreed, we now go to the ministries. We were at the point of meeting, and then that call came through, and that scattered everything. And you are sitting here telling me that I should come and defend this level of barbarism and unprofessionalism by the Ghana Police Service. Look, the Ghana Police Service... May
I interrupt and say, at this point, we did invite participation from the Ghana Police Service. We put calls across to ACP Kwesifor, who is the Director General of Public Affairs of the Ghana Police Service. We put a call across to the Director of Public Affairs of the Ghana Police Service, Chief Superintendent Grace Akrofi-Ansa, to have this conversation to introduce that level of balance. They have not returned our calls, and we are still trying to get in touch with them. But Arise Ghana is at the seat now, and they are making their own case. So, Chief.
Yesterday, before the demonstration would even think of starting, I got there, probably the first Arise Ghana organizers leader, around 11 o'clock. Moments after that, COP Yohunu Idi Lansa, who is the Greater Accra Regional Commander, Awini Doku Habiba. They came to me and said they wanted to have a meeting with leadership. And I said, I will have to invite the leadership, and you can see that. I don't even know where they are in the crowd. So I started placing calls. We all agreed to meet in the Kwame Nkrumah Amusement Garden. So they walked in there. After like 10, 20 minutes, I walked to them and said, I have called my colleagues. So they are on their way, so can you bear with me? They said, no problem, they will wait. So when the team arrived, in fact, I was sitting by the police when the rest of the team arrived. Sami, Mensa, Thompson, Bobia, and Sir, all of them then came. When they arrived, I walked to the police and said, we are ready. But the crowd also followed in. So I tried to push the crowd and say, look, give us way so that we can go upstairs with the police. Some policemen unknown to me were wearing Arise Ghana t-shirts. They were wearing Arise Ghana t-shirts. So I went pushing them and say, give way, give space. And they said they are police officers and that they are protecting their bosses right in front
wearing
of
their Arise Ghana
wearing Arise Ghana t-shirts.
You're making claims that
I'm
I
not
cannot
making claim, I'm
independently
giving you
verify
information.
as I sit here.
And I'm sure that people who had their cameras would have captured this. Some people who were around me. So when they said that, I turned to them and said, oh, I didn't know you are police officers. But if you are police officers, COP, I leave them. And then I went to the other side to clear so that we can have the meeting. We went up. Why would police persons come into the demonstrations and
wearing demonstrate
t-shirts? My brother is sitting here. He identified some policemen in the crowd and even mentioned them by their names.
So where did things become violent? Things
became violent as soon as we left the police and were addressing the crowd in the amusement park. All these commissioners who had come to shepherd the demonstration suddenly got lost. Take note. They suddenly got lost. Probably with instructions to their troops to act the way they acted. When they left, myself, Asiedu Nketia, and Totobi Kwachi, and Ofosu Ampofu were walking towards where the police had put the barricade to find out why they were blocking us. Then they started aiming at us from the top of their vehicles. Guns. So when they started shooting at us, these other persons that I was trying to push away and they said they were police officers, I saw them at this wing, now also pelting stones at the police. Some of our own apprehended these people, handed them to the police, and DCOP Shuraj said they should leave them, they are their men. We, the demonstrators, saw people who were throwing stones against our. We called them, we arrested them, handed them to the police.
You are saying that the police planted people among the demonstrators wearing demonstrators
apparel. I'm telling you that
pelted stones at their men on the uniformed side.
And we arrested some of them. Our boys arrested some of them, handed over, and then DCOP Shuraj was there. They said, look at this man, he's throwing stones. He said, leave them. Professional police. Professional police.
ACP Kwesi Fori and Chief Superintendent Grace Akrofi, our producers are trying to reach you so you can respond to some of these claims so that we'll have a fair appreciation of what happened yesterday, apart from what Arise Ghana is saying. But you're not responding to our calls. Arise Ghana is making these claims against the Ghana Police Service. We wish you would return our calls.
So this is what happened. They handed over people to you who were supposed to be protested. They arrested them and said, look, these people are throwing stones at the police. Deal with them.
So stones throwing, we understand from some of the things, the information we picked up from the grounds that the discussion or the debate or the disagreement really started with your choice of what route to take.
Did we move out?
Is that what happened?
Did we move out? You cordoned the place and said, we will not move that route. We said, we will not also go through that route. So we stayed.
The statement that was issued, the starting point was Brasport and the end was independent.
Disingenuous. At the time that the police issued the statement, the riots were still going on, so to speak. The police will not ensure that there is stability or peace, calmness. They rather rush to go and do a statement. It means that this statement could have even been prepared 3 days before. That is the impression I got from it. Because whilst we were still there, trying to attend to those who were injured, the police reported about 12 people from their side. Have they reported about the many faces that you have just shown?
How many people do you think were hurt on your side?
So far, I have counted 30. This morning, I was going around with Ni Otu in the Newtown area, visiting some of the people that were affected in their home.
What kind of injuries? We saw the man and quite an unpleasant scene with an injury to his eye. What kind of injuries are you saying your people sustained? National
chairman of the NDC, whilst we were in the Kia truck talking to people, the police started surging towards us. Totobi Kwachi, a distinguished Ghanaian who served this nation in many capacities, including from here as Minister for Information, Minister for National Security and all, was standing by us. The police aimed into the Kia truck and started shooting us. We who were communicating with the protesters.
Shooting live bullets?
Shooting rubber bullets and tear gas on us. So at that time, and this is what I say and people start laughing, but true. Asiedu Nketi, I don't know that he can dive in the Kia truck. He dived and just laid flat in the Kia truck.
When you are faced with death, you have to protect yourself.
Totobi Kwachi was now moving towards the police to ask them what madness was going on. His bodyguard pushed him to the ground. I don't know how he managed to do that. Pushed the man flat to the ground, bundled him and took him away. Myself and Ofosu Ampofu tried to jump out of the Kia. Ofosu Sanders also got held by the Kia. So he just fell from there.
The police insist that they also face attacks from people.
I'm telling you,
I'm
telling you that the police instigated their own attacks. They planned it, and all the commissioners had left the ground. If you are, and I have done demonstrations, the Greater Accra commander doesn't move away from the demonstration. He stays with us throughout. Yesterday, COP Younu, COP Idilansa, all of them moved away. Didn't they plan this? Didn't they plan this?
And but then, you met with the police before the march started, and the IGP was at that meeting. We saw videos of you appearing to come to some kind of agreement.
Listen, even yesterday in the morning when I saw the IGP command instructions in the video, I placed a call to him. He could not pick, but he returned my call. And I said, Commander, I wanted to commend you for the professional instructions you have issued to your men.
So behind the scenes, you are working together, and in public, you are not?
And I spoke to him, and I said, on our part, you can always be assured that we'll do everything. And Commander said, thank you.
Did you play by the books yesterday?
We did everything that will make this happen. But as I told you, we who are protesters, we have our own security. They identify some elements that are throwing stones. We hand them over to the police. The police say, leave them.
So the police is saying 29 people have been arrested and 12 of their personnel have been injured. You are saying
is that professional
30
reporting?
Plus demonstrators.
You should also capture the other people because even in war, you don't count your own your casualties alone. You count that of your opponents.
Was any member of the leadership of Arise Ghana hit
except
yesterday?
Ofosu Ampofu, who was hit, and Azoka, of course, who was beaten and tear gas thrown into his face. That I'm yet to see. Since yesterday, I've been trying to reach him. Except Ofosu Ampofu, and then Prince Derek Ajay, who was shot, and he still is carrying the
rubber bullet.
And yesterday, when we did the press conference, you saw that he could not move his hand well. That is the levels to which our country has been.
What care are the people going to get? Those of your own who sustained injuries?
As I told you this morning, personally, I went around some of them, tried to interact with them. Some of them are good. Some of them, when I spoke to them, they are already back at the Elwak Sports Stadium because their commitment to ensuring that we liberate ourselves from this economic canker that President Akufo-Addo has imposed on us cannot be dissolved by the fact that they have been beaten or they have sustained injuries. So we are going there. We are still urging everybody that will come there to be peaceful.
The police are heading towards Elwak Stadium now live, as you can see on our screens. These are live visuals from our cameras stationed near the Elwak Sports Stadium. We see vehicles belonging to the Ghana Police heading into that area, and we'll link up with our guy Jay shortly to get further details on what is pertaining at the grounds. And these are live visuals, I must remind you, FPU vehicles, so foreign police units moving into the Elwak area. Our guy Jay Gabra is on the ground. We'll link up to him shortly. But Chairman, there is a question that I would like to put to you so that you can help us. understand. There's a perception that because Arise Ghana is leading this demonstration, as from the hashtags I see, from what you're wearing, Kroma Yeshe, Save Ghana Now. You are telling Ghanaians that you are fighting against the hardships that Ghanaians are facing. And we are seeing members of the opposition NDC actively involved in this Arise Ghana demonstration. And so the question some ask, are you being used as tools of the opposition to make government appear a certain way? And are you on this on your own, or are you being shepherded by the NDC?
So the NDC people are enemies of Ghana. They are not Ghanaians. They are from Kazakhstan or Azerbaijan or from Kosmokaya. They are Ghanaians. And if there are economic hardships and they feel the impact of it, you say that they should not manifest because they are the only political party with minority in parliament. There are members of the MPP who participated in the demonstrations. Listowell, Nano Opoku, Okunkom, Bang Achamfo, Roku Brobe, who could not participate, but you heard his comment, solidarity. Nyahota Makulu, who even in his free state also promised to be part of the demonstration, and when he was getting ready to come, this barbarism took place. Are you saying that because somebody is an NDC member, they are no longer Ghanaians?
The question then would be,
why are you engaged in this kind of talk?
The perceptions out
so
there.
So because you are working for GBC, you are no longer a Ghanaian. You are considered an islander. NDC persons, like all of us, are Ghanaians, and they are entitled to their right to manifest any assembly they want to do. And I have no difficulty that the NDC fully subscribe to the Arise Ghana demonstration.
When the court gave the guidelines as to where the assembly point should be and where the end point should be, your group disagreed with what the court ruled, and you actually
Let me tell you something that you people don't always know.
Okay.
The police, on one of the occasions when we're doing the demonstration against the e-levy, went to court, and I'm sure you are aware, and told the court, after we had agreed with the police, and the court said, go and start your demonstration for Kwame Nkrumah Circle. Meanwhile, our agreement with the police will now go back to Ifwa Sutherland Park, which the police agreed. We were gathered at Ifwa Sutherland Park when they came with the bailiff to come and serve us. So when I took the letter as the Greater Accra commander, this your reliefs you are seeking. The court say we should go and start at Ifwa Kwame Nkrumah Circle. That is what the court instruction says. So should we now move back to Kwame Nkrumah Circle and start the walk? They said no. We have agreed that we'll start at Ifwa Sutherland Park. Did the police disrespect and disregard the courts? So when combatants or people who are opposed can agree, even after some mediation, we will say that the court intervened, and we still go ahead to do an agreement. We go ahead with our agreement. And so yesterday, the police came to us. They came to us calling for a meeting to discuss route. If the police were not interested in us using our route, why did they come for us to discuss route? And when they came, we then said, oh, our compromise on the route is that we will no longer go to the Flagstaff House. You say that we have not honored, because we and the police are in tango. And they came to us and said, let's discuss routes. And we discussed and said, okay, when we get to Akwaji, we promise that we will not go to Flagstaff House, because it appears that you don't want us to tackle the seat of corruption, where corruption has become our second national anthem. So we will move towards the ministries. This is what we said. And so it was at that point, I said that infamous call came through. And then they started saying, no, we will not allow you. So I said, okay, let's go and address our people. In addressing the people too at the same place in situ, the police decide to do what they want to do. It means that they premeditated this. And instead of you condemning them, you are here trying to play a devil's advocate when there is no devil here.
Ghana is making claims that the police were complicit in yesterday's routes with demonstrators at the Kwame Nkrumah Circle interchange area. We understand that today that demonstration is continuing. We have our guy at Elwak Stadium And Jay has brought us a report. When he's ready, we'll put him on. These are live visuals from that Elwak Sports Stadium. Remember that there was meant to be a National Identification Authority exercise going on with registration for the Ghana card ongoing at the facility. That hangs in a balance. We have not heard from officials of the NIA, but we are just hazarding guesses that those will not happen, the updates will not happen, issuing of new cards will not happen, and any activity with regards to the Ghana card might not be happening. Police have formed at the Elwak Stadium. Once our guy Jay is ready, we'll get a live situation report. Today is day 2 of the demo. What's the plan?
Oh, we are peaceful. Yesterday, this is my handkerchief that was bought for me.
Waving the white flag? So
that I can wipe my sweat. Unfortunately or fortunately, it helped me when tear gas started flowing, so I had to cover my nose and to be able to survive. So if I didn't even have a handkerchief, I had nothing. My phones were not even there with me. Prince Derek Ajay, who decided to carry his phone, didn't even know where his phone got to, because after he was shot, he lost his phone. No protester carried anything. We are peace-loving people who are only struggling that our government should become sensitive and relieve us of the economic hardship that they have put on us. Coming here, some of your colleagues started telling me that, Bernard, we need some of your horses because we can no longer buy fuel. Fuel prices are at a different level. All of us are suffering. When you are coming here, you know how much you have to spend on transportation. Food to eat has become a problem for majority of us. The government is still taking small monies that we have put in our wallets after we have paid all the taxes. They are still siphoning and confiscating our money called electronic transfer levies. We shall withdraw these so as to give us some economic reprieve. Is it too much to demand from our government?
What's the plan for today? Are you still going on the march?
We are going. Yesterday, they had a problem, and that's for which reason they went to court. Today, they don't have a problem. And we are hoping that a certain level of sobriety will reflect on them and that they will conduct themselves more professional than they did yesterday. And today we decided that we'll start early than we had initially.
Where are you starting? Elwak?
We are starting from Elwak.
And where do you go from there?
Lands Commission. We'll come through the Russian Embassy, come to Christ the King, be on the Liberation route to the ministries, and then we will terminate at the Parliament, the frontage of Parliament House, where we shall deliver some Speaker of Parliament or the leadership of Parliament.
So you're expecting Parliament to meet you to receive the petition. What's in that document? You've mentioned fuel prices, you've mentioned issues with the e-levy. What else are you agitating?
Oh, what they say is Ajapa, but we call it Ajabonidi that they intend to bring. We are talking about them reducing all the charges and taxes on petroleum products so as the price of petrol will come down for every Ghanaian. We are talking about they working hard to ensure that the unofficial inflation rate, which is about 50%, is dropped. They know what to do, because economics will tell you that when there is liquidity in the system, too much liquidity, you increase the base rate. But when there is absence of liquidity, everybody is suffering, then you increase the base rate. What it means is that you are driving cost-push inflation. And this particular instance, you see that the cost-push inflation has triggered inflation. Our currency is now the most bastardized and useless currency among currencies in the world. All these things are impacting negatively on the cost of living of the people of Ghana.
But there are some of the arguments which you present, for example, with regards to fuel prices. And the argument from the government side has been that the whole world is facing a massive crisis. Are you factoring that into the petition,
we are here
knowing that Ghana does not determine global prices of oil?
You are here talking about wealth.
I'm asking because Ghana does not determine oil prices.
We are here talking about Ghana. You are talking about the world. In the United States of America, when an hour wage rate is about $10 for the average American, how much do you get as a wage rate? If you want to do that comparison, do you get $10 per hour in Ghana? Certainly not. In the United States, that is the case. Okay? So if you are talking about global, don't go and take only the other side and ignore the other side. Togo here, a liter of petrol. I was in Togo for 5 days, a week before the demonstration. And a liter of converted into Ghana cedi, 6.2 Ghana cedis. We are paying nearly 14 Ghana cedis. Smuggling of fuel used to be from Ghana to Burkina Faso and to Cote d'Ivoire. Today, the reverse is true. People are smuggling fuel from the other side to this side. And you are here talking about global. When our neighbors are doing better, you are doing worse, and you are still talking about global trend. Which part of this world have you seen that a government after COVID has ravaged private sector, they are imposing taxes on imposing taxes on citizens that they should pay COVID tax? It is only the Ghanaian government under President Akufo-Addo. So they have done so many worse things that if they correct them, life will be more easy for the people of Ghana. And we want a better Ghana. My 6 kids are looking forward to an opportunity in future. You understand? And if we don't struggle for their future, then it means that they have no future.
We'll be picking your thoughts on what we are discussing very shortly. CAF will be coming to the screen. Our WhatsApp number is 5555561134, and we'll hear what your thoughts are on this matter. Bernard Mona is the leading member of the Arise Ghana movement, and he's been speaking to us about yesterday's rout with the police. He's made some claims that the police instigated, planned and orchestrated all this ahead of time. And so what happened was a result of what the police had planned. We have tried to reach out to officials of the police public affairs team. We've reached out to ACP Kwesi Fori, who is the Director General of Public Affairs, and also the Director of Public Affairs, Chief Superintendent Grace Akrufi-Ansah. They have not returned our calls. We are keeping those calls running so that we can get their side of the argument, if there is any, to share at the moment. Chairman Mona, you're saying that you have approved a route, or you've arranged a route from Elwak Stadium to Parliament House, where you're going to be meeting, hopefully, with someone from the leadership to receive that petition. Has that route been approved? Because what Ghanaians don't want to see is a repetition of what happened yesterday.
Do we need approval from any quarters? We notify, and we have notified them.
Has that notification been received?
Why, at this morning, you want them now? We notified them in the first letter we wrote to them on the 1st of June. Demonstration started yesterday. We notified you on the 1st of June. And we indicated the routes. Initially, we told you that we were going to do a 48-hour non-stop demonstration. That excited all of you. The police, after they engaged us, we decided that we'll move it. We will not do 48 hours because they raised some concerns. We moved it to 10 p.m. And then you said we should go and write an amendment reflecting this agreement. We wrote. The police wrote back to us, commending us for the cooperation, and said that this is what they want citizens to always do, that we are working together, and this is the kind of partnership that they want. The rapprochement was nice. We were all excited. On the 13th, the police now comes to write and say, oh, despite that they agree, they think that the 10 o'clock was still too far. On the 20th, you wrote to me telling me that you still don't agree at 10 o'clock. And that because we have not said anything, you want to go to court.
What was the rationale for wanting to protest into the evening?
We are protesting for 48 hours. Why? It's our decision to protest. If we decide that we start our protest at 2 a.m., that is our decision. It's our right.
And it's not against the law.
It's not which law. We have 24 hours in a day, and we choose what period of the day we want to do demonstration. Or we are not entitled to our right to demonstrate.
Because the police are not
the police work all
now.
around. The police go into the jungles to go and keep peace in other jurisdictions. The police,
you say they raised a number of concerns with the timing of your protest.
What has timing got to do with the police? We have to indicate our time to you, and your duty is to come and protect life and property. That's all. That's all the lie. Look, see, yesterday, I say, while things were going on, the police were brutalizing us. They had not finished brutalizing us. They had issued a statement to you. Since when? That whilst you are still in the midst of brutalizing people, you still have the presence of mind to go and issue a statement. Does that not tell you a story? That the police planned this? So just when they started the brutalization, they issued a statement to play victim. Then you come and issue an amended statement. Instead of being professional, you counted only your men that were attacked. What about the other side? How many people did you molest? How many people suffered casualty?
You
didn't do that.
None of your members pelted stones at the police. None of you.
We arrested people and handed over them to the police, and the police declined to take them into custody.
And you claim that those members you arrested, citizens arrested, were not members of the Arise Ghana movement.
And that is why we arrested them, because we had provided security.
So where were the stones being thrown at?
They were policemen. When our people, if you go there, you will see our security well defined. And so when our security identified these people and they arrested them and handed over to the police. Why did the police not take them into custody so as to serve as a deterrent on others not to throw or to pelt at the police?
You're also
Then
claiming
you turn
that you
around.
never tried to move from Obrasport.
We didn't move. We didn't move.
Okay, so let's get back to the route again. Today's route, you say you're going to go through the Lands Commission area, through Russian Embassy, through Christ the King, perhaps that's close to the Jubilee House. That's a security
zone.
All of this enclave.
Are you saying
GBC,
that at this moment vehicles are not moving?
Vehicles are moving there.
Are you
but
saying
the
that
active protest? I'm just making the suggestions to you. Then you can help me understand.
We have agreed with the police. So any other thing?
Are we to expect that as you go through Jubilee House, there will not be a temptation to try to picket there and make a point?
No, to do what?
That's not the plan.
No, we have, because that has become the citadel of corruption. So we don't want to deal with them. So we are going to Parliament.
Your thoughts on our WhatsApp number, CAF, is at the screen now. Mr. Day.
Yes.
What do you have to tell us?
And Mr. Mona. Ofurike says, well done, GTV breakfast. I have listened to the designated routes from Mr. Mona. Thelma, I can tell you that today's demo might be worse. I heard him say Christ the King, which we all know is a landmark, which is right opposite to the Jubilee House. Oh, I'm sorry for them. Kobe Adum says, Mona's answers to Thelma's questions sound too personal. She's asking general questions that are being asked by opponents, so he should calm down and answer the questions and stop antagonizing the host. It's an opportunity for him to appeal to the neutrals. Trisha says she believes you are too rude for her liking. She doesn't like the way you are responding to her questions. You are making her blood boil. Wow. Are you not aware that you're not the enemy here? Ghana Police Service is not applying the integrity, says Isaiah 55. There is a huge scenario of bias and not working in a professional way. We will fight to resist your process rule, Mozato says. Now, Kojo Tufo says Bernard is lying. No police officer wore their T-shirts. They planned the riots. You should never think you can live in an unstable Ghana. If your livelihood is dependent on lies and instability, be ready to face tough opposition. This is Maxwell from Equatia. God no shame us. Says, I've never seen what I saw yesterday in Ghana. You guys are not like that. Please, this is Desiree in Cote d'Ivoire, who is watching us, I believe, on DSTV or GoTV. More messages. Jackpata, which is an urban name for a kind of a snake. Yesterday, during the clash with the police and demonstrators, one policeman acted professional. He carried a schoolgirl at the back, ran away with her and saved her life. Happy Father's Day, policeman. Okay, for next year.
Professional, thanks.
Professional. Atta Njorian says, Mini Sunny. We are all asking the question ourselves. Good morning, please tell Bernard he should be real to himself. Hi, Julia says, good morning, I disagree with Mr. Mona. The law court showed you where to pass. You decided not to pass there. What do you expect, says Julia.
So we didn't move?
You didn't move.
We didn't.
You didn't move. Julia, he said they didn't move, and you can see from the pictures. Richard from Feminine, respect of the attack, yes, these protesters launched at the police yesterday. I think the law should deal with those who will be found guilty drastically. Are they doing demonstration or want war? Such nonsense will not be tolerated in Ghana. I'm not saying Ghana is not hard, but they should use their heads. Are you using your heads?
Well, I don't know what else. We use our brains.
Okay. And your brains are lodged inside your heads?
Yeah, we use our brains, so.
Okay.
And probably we are more responsible than they text us.
Than they think. Good morning, Bernard. The whole country is proud of you and your team. Where's Nanado and his government sending the country security to? Mahama should come back and rescue the country, says, I know who he is. Quest International. Mr. Mona is not a politician. He's a Ghanaian that knows his rights and knows what he's saying. But please, irrespective of anything, we need a peaceful demonstration. Brothers, please, CAF, ask Mr. Mona these questions for me. What happens after the demonstration? That's number one. And number two, if the government refuses to respond to their petition, what next? Okay.
Loads of questions for us to pick through. Thank you, Kafui, for reading them out to us. These are your thoughts and not the thoughts of GBC. Chairman, how do you respond to some of the claims? Someone says today's protest might actually be worse than what we've seen today. And someone is commending you for resisting oppressors' rule. Someone also doubts your claims that police orchestrated the chaos. Another one asking whether you are in a demonstration or a war. Others still calling for a peaceful demo. And of course, what happens next is the final one that CAF read. Let's pick your thoughts on these.
I'm still carrying my handkerchief. That is probably my only weapon. In case the police decide to behave unprofessional, I can cover my nose. But probably I will not even get to the demonstration because from the statement, the
leadership has issued a... intent to arrest the leadership.
So I'm like,
so as we are here, the police could walk into the studio and wait for you to finish and pick you up.
They tried to do it.
Have you been home?
Yes. Oh yes. Yesterday night I went to Joy News, PM Express. Before I could get there, my boys around told me that the police are around, and so they didn't want me to come. I said, I'm not a criminal. I'll go. So I called Joy and said, why have you asked police to come and lay way for me? So it was at that time they also rushed. And when they rushed, the police took off, but they then positioned their men within the premises. You're
making the claim, but Joy is not here to respond.
You can call them, they are your colleagues.
We will try and find
and then
those details.
It happened. So, and I left. Fortunately, no incident took place at that place. So I was not surprised this morning waking up to see that they are issued a statement saying that they want us to arrest. We will report ourselves.
So leadership of Arise movement would report themselves to the police and answer their questions.
We will report ourselves.
Would that be before or after today's
We are going on a demonstration today. We are leaders. We have to lead our people. If we don't go there and anything untoward happens, it will be a leaderless crowd. So we have to behave rational and shepherd our people as we have always. I'm a peaceful person who wants progress of our society, right? And so I will do everything within the remit.
So you're telling the police on national television that Bernard Mona, when he leaves GBC studios, he will be heading towards Elwak Stadium. And if they want to see you, they'll find you there.
I came from there after I went around Nima and the Newtown area, greeting and sympathizing with those who were affected. I went through Elwak Stadium, and then I came here. And so from here, I'm going back there.
I'll come back to ask you what happens next after the demo. Our guy, Jay Gabra, is on the grounds at Elwak Stadium. Mr. Gabra, what can you tell us? We are seeing the police moving in their cars, men, boots on the ground towards Elwak. What's the situation there?
Well, we should move away from the sun. We should move from the sound.
Jay is trying to speak to us. We cannot hear him, but he's pointing to something beyond the view of the cameras. But we are trying to establish contacts with Jay so that we can hear what he's saying. And when we do, we will go back to him to pick the live details and updates from Elwak Stadium. We are following up on the Arise Ghana demonstration, which enters day 2 today. Demonstrators are converging at that venue. Police have sent vehicles and troops to maintain law and order. We've seen the statement issued by the police hinting at arresting the organizers of Arise Ghana. Mr. Bernard Mona is a leading member of the group. He's saying that he is ready to answer all questions and today's march will proceed as planned. He's mentioned a route that they are taking from Elwak through Lands Commission through the Russian Embassy area, very close to the Jubilee House in the Christ the King Catholic Church and school premises. And he's saying that they do not intend to stop at the Jubilee House. But what happened yesterday has caused a lot of people to question the conduct of the police and the demonstrators. We are waiting for comment on the situation. With regards to what Mr. Mona has said at the table today, we've reached out, I must say, and I keep saying, to the Police Public Affairs Directorate, and we are waiting to hear from Mr. Kwesi Fori and also Chief Superintendent Grace Akrofi Ansah to respond to some of the claims made by Arise Ghana at the table today. Our guy Jay is still on the ground. Bernard Mona is still in-house, and when we finish with Jay, we'll pick his thoughts on what Jay will report to us now. Mr. Gabra.
Thank you so much, Thelma. Welcome back to the Elwak Sports Stadium, where there's a lot happening at the moment. You've seen scenes of the police personnel arriving, the formed police unit, and a number of personnel. The military are also standing by. And then the protesters are the ones directly behind me. They are the ones playing sounds. And this one is a popular song by Lucky Dube. And okay, now they've changed the track. And I believe there are some of the leaders who are speaking to some of the protesters at the moment. We are trying to move in and see if we can speak to some of them. So after yesterday, the leadership, they are really planning to embark on the second day of demonstrations today. Unfortunately, as I approach the protesters, that's where the noise is. So forgive the sound. I'm just trying to pick a sound bite from any of the people here. So please hold on. So this is one of the leaders protesters here.
to demonstrate. And that is exactly why we are here.
Right. What's the plan for today?
When we start, you know what the plan is. Thank you.
Good morning, sir. Good morning and welcome. Good morning and welcome. Please, your name, sir?
I'm George Opariado, the National Youth Organizer of the NDC.
Okay, thank you. So what are your expectations for today, sir?
My expectations are that the numbers will come. If it is even 2 people, we will still go out there and protest. We are within our rights to demonstrate. So we are here to demonstrate against the economic hardship of this country.
But then again, why choose Orwak as a place to converge?
The Lord has not said we should choose anywhere. We can decide wherever we want to.
So what's the plan for today? From here, where to?
From here, we will proceed to the Finance Ministry and then to Parliament House.
Okay, so that's the plan for today. Thank you so much. So that's one of the national organizers for the NDC speaking to us this morning in the midst of protesters. Hello, sir. Good morning. You're welcome. Your name is?
Yeah, my name is Samson K. I'm coming from Takrade.
Okay. So if you can just say that for me again. Your name is?
Yeah, I'm Samson K.
Okay.
Yeah, from Takrade.
Okay, so what are your expectations for today?
Yeah, the expectation is we have a peaceful demonstration so that at the end of the day we'll be able to present a petition to leadership in Parliament. That is what we are expecting. And we are also expecting the police and all other security agencies present to behave professionally so that we don't see anything untoward as is happening yesterday. As you can see the crowd, everybody is peaceful. We are only looking forward to march through the streets and then go ahead to present a petition, but not to have any engagement. That's a confrontation with the police. That's one we want to avoid because the police and the security agencies are not our target. We are not here for them. We are here to just get access. They just lead us so that I don't know they will be able to present a petition to the leaders of Parliament. That's what we are expecting today.
Okay. Thank you so much. Good morning, boss. You're welcome.
Thank you. My name is Joshua Kwame Fuga.
Okay, so tell us why you are here today.
I'm here first of all as a Ghanaian to demonstrate against a government that I believe is very corrupt. It is my civic responsibility per the Constitution to demonstrate whenever I know that a government is not fulfilling its promise. Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo promised to protect the public purse. He promised to let the cedi appreciate against the US dollars. Recently, you remember, the finance minister held a Kenke party for the appreciation of the Ghana cedis. I don't know if you remember. And then the successful completion of the IMF program. But today, what are we seeing? They want to go back to IMF. Secondly, the performance of the Ghanaian cedi is very, very abysmal. So as a Ghanaian that I know inflation rate is hitting almost about 32%. I have a right as a Ghanaian to demonstrate. And I am expecting that at the end of this demonstration, the profligacy of this government, the opulence of this government will come to a nut because it is far-fetched that every Ghanaian should come out and then demonstrate in our numbers. Okay. It is very important.
Thank you so much. I have one of the organizers here at the moment. Good morning, sir. Your name, please.
Good morning. My name is Bai Chanfo.
Please, are you one of the organizers for the protest?
Yeah, I'm one of the leaders of Arise Ghana.
Okay, so what do you have to tell us today?
It's a as usual peaceful demonstration. I think the brutality meted on our people yesterday was uncalled for. We do not expect same today. We hope that the notion that we had that this country is being headed to a wrong direction should be heeded to by the president. That's all that we want. We don't need any brutality today. We plead to the police to be civil to the service of this country and not to any authority sitting somewhere.
Have you come here this morning? Have you spoken to any of the leadership amongst the police?
No, we are here to meet them. In fact, they called for a meeting this morning. Some of my colleagues are on their way coming. You meet the police and see the way forward. But okay. Today's route has never been contested by the police since the beginning of our negotiations. So we don't expect to raise any issue today. That it will be so surprising if they raise any issue regards the route that we'll be using today.
Okay, sure. So a lot going on here at the Orwak Sports Stadium. As I just been informed, somebody whispered in my ear that the police also have a mobile clinic here that's serving both the police and the protesters as well. So there's no need for concern. So from the chaos happening here at the Orwak Sports Stadium, back to you in the studio.
Thank you so much, Jay Gabra, for the details. For those interviews, those who spoke to us, thank you so much. So protesters for Arise Ghana gathering for another march on day 2 of the demonstration. Yesterday, we witnessed chaotic scenes. Today, Ghana is hoping for no repeat of what we saw yesterday. Bernard Mona is a leading member of the Arise Ghana movement. So, Bernard, you saw the scenes. Your people are gathering. Some of your colleagues, the organizers, are there, and they are speaking to them. What do you expect from today's proceedings, and what's the end goal for all these demonstrations?
I want to commend those who just spoke. I could see Ba Achamfo, who is a member of the New Patriotic Party. I think he's the last person that they spoke to. I also saw George Opareado, the National Youth Organizer of the NDC, and I'm sure that other members will be there. But for the fact that I am in studio, I should have been there. And you heard all of them making the appeal to the police that the police has never and will never be our targets. The police indeed are our brothers and our sisters, and some of them probably our mothers. So we want to work with them. And some of them are suffering the pain. In fact, if you got closer, particularly to the other ranks, but for the fact that they will always take instructions from above, you hear them say, look, Kromnashi. I didn't say Kromnayashi, Kromnashi. So to the extent that they can pronounce that Kromnashi, it means that they are feeling the pain and inch of the economic hardship.
Do we have an assurance from Arise Ghana that you play by the book today?
Everybody that you spoke to, even on the ground, is saying that we are peaceful protesters. In any case, what do I have on me? Nothing. If I get there and you even want 1 coin from me to buy water, you will not get. I have nothing on me, right? I'm saying that this handkerchief was bought for me so I can wipe my sweats. Eventually, it turned to be something that will save my life. Because when the tear gas came, that is what I have in order to escape.
We will stay with you. We will monitor the proceedings, and then hopefully tomorrow we'll be back to report success and not chaos. As today's case proved.
To be honest with you, I am totally broken. I have not had a sleep, and I'm sure you can feel it and see it in my eyes. I kept reviewing the videos throughout and trying to recollect the scenes, and I felt so broken. Look, I felt so dejected. So when I was speaking to my lawyer, he's like, Vanna, take it easy. Look, I just couldn't understand in God's name why we will be subjected to the kind of treatment we were subjected to by demanding of our government to lessen the hardship that confront us.
We hope for better today, Bernard. Thank you for being on the program. Bernard Mona is a leading member of the Arise Ghana movement. The conversations do not end. Follow our social media handles, Ghana Broadcasting Corporation, and the day 2 of those demonstrations happening today. Our cameras will be on the streets live, and will bring you all the details as and when they develop. Arise Ghana movement demonstration entering day 2. An emotional Bernard Mona helping us understand what happened in the studios, on the streets of the Obra Sport yesterday. And he's made a solemn commitment that they will be peaceful today. They are appealing to the Ghana Police Service to also help them maintain that peace and not to do anything that would cause the kind of scenes that we saw at the Obra Sport yesterday. Here at GTV Breakfast, we call for peace, and indeed, management and staff of GBC will stand for all peaceful demonstrations. We call on the police also to help do the mandate of ensuring law and order, protecting the public peace. This is GTV Breakfast, and this has been our show.
I request the song "We Cry for Peace" by Lucky Dube.
Crying for peace, it's something we should not have to cry for. Peace is a collective responsibility, and we pray that we do not see the scenes that we saw yesterday. GTV, GBC, and all our resources will be channeled towards that demonstration, and we will bring you all the sights and sounds from that protest, and we pray that it is peaceful. We'll be back to do this again tomorrow, but before we go, a big birthday shout to the Governor of the Bank of Ghana, Dr. Ernest Kwamena Addison. And this is from Nana Otue Champon, who is a banking consultant. They're saying you are 1 year away from your Diamond Jubilee and they wish you the very best. This is GTV Breakfast. You can catch this show again this evening at 11 p.m. on GTV. Keep watching. Follow our social media handles. Keep you up to speed with all the news on our website, gbcghanaonline.com. My name is Thelma Taki. I've been doing this with Kafuide and Valerie Danso, as well as multi-sider Sadiq, Jay Gabra, our guy Alan, who's in the central region, also sends his regards from all of us. We say see you tomorrow.
No, no, no.